video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Friday. And yes, I said Friday because we worked so hard this week to now sit back, relax, and talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and all the fun that they're throwing in the space. And I told you guys coming into 2024, especially the halving, we're going to have FUD mania because when Bitcoin starts to go up, oh no, Bitcoin's so bad again. We're going to break it all down. If you guys are ready for the zest, you're ready for the news and the education, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream out with friends so more people know what's going on here. Check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show, Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, code ZESTY for 20% off, and code ZESTY for 15% off your first month or your whole year at Crypto Savings Expert. All right, let's get into the zest. We have Mr. E, Mark Smithson in the chat, Joe Harvey, who else? John Jermaine, Piranha, Black Hat, Kyle, Dan R. Nice to see everyone. Alpha Mine. We have my girl, Alexandra G. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Who else we have? There's a lot of chattery going on in here. Smokey, good morning. Andy S, good morning. All Track, good morning. Galaxy 9, nice to see you. Smokey Dan. Who else we got in here? John Legend, what's up? Lazarus, nice to see you. Yukio on X, good morning. Team JFK, Chase Blanchard, nice to see you. We got True. Nice to see you, Crimson on X. What's up? Nice to see everybody this morning. Esport KZ, nice to see you. Welcome to the show. Sola Hefe is here. Alien Black, Eric Carlson, James Kellogg, good morning. Meninja, what's up? Lifestyle Aspirations, good morning to you. We have Wifey Wick. Good morning, Wifey Wick. Where's Wick? We have Chef Dave. Nice to see you. All right. Good morning. I know I'm missing people. I'm probably missing people. We have Crimson. There's Crimson. Anthony, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Welcome to the show. How much have I don't talk about that. That's freaking not your business. Guys, we have to smash a like and share this out with friends on TikTok because we have almost 150 followers left until 10,000 followers on TikTok. And then over here on YouTube, we're trying to get 16,430 subscribers today. So let's make sure we pant these subscribers. Let's get at least 5 million. Bitcoin is kind of hovering, teetering, as we like to say, with basically 63.7, 63.6, and kind of bouncing off of that level. And we'll see what happens. We'll watch Bitcoin throughout the show. And listen, guys, we have a lot going on. A lot. We just have a mass attack against crypto. Okay. Do you ask that to any mainstream people that do like stock news or anything like that? I would like to know if you ask them that same question. Memory Man, nice to see you. Doge Archive, hello, welcome. Ogre, what's up? He said, I did spend some Bitcoin to purchase some crypto nodes to make and earn more crypto. That is beautiful. Mine your heart away. Node your heart away. Let's get after it. Hi, Earl. I was on Spaces with Earl yesterday on X. Shout out to all the people I hang out with on Spaces. Like, freaking such a great time on Spaces yesterday. But yeah, we're going to get into the FUD and things because most of the news going on right now is FUD. There's a lot of attacks going on crypto right now globally, not just the United States. We'll jump into the SEC, Consensys, and all of this stuff. But first, we're going to talk about FUD coming from, hold on, let me make sure you guys can hear it. China. Guys, China FUD is always going to be around. And apparently the Chinese crypto dad is facing a government investigation. Now, what did this guy do in the past? He was responsible for the digital yuan, China's CBDC, and all of a sudden it seems like maybe he's a bad actor or he just created something, they took what he created, and now they need to kind of get rid of him. Let's see. China authorities have reportedly launched an investigation into local pro-blockchain official Yao Chan on suspicion of legal violations. To a report, they're saying that Shanghai Securities News, Yao, is currently under investigation by the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China on suspicion of serious violations of discipline and law. The specific reasons for the investigation are not disclosed, of course. Currently serving at the China's Securities Regulatory Commission as Director of Science and Tech Supervision Bureau, he's a significant figure in the blockchain community. He was referred to as the crypto dad and is the first director of China's CBDC, and he served at the People's Bank of China from 2017 to 2018. Obviously, they are working on their CBDC to the point where they're saying the digital yuan is going to be, oh my gosh, interoperable with Ethereum. No one cares, and it's horrible anyway. And that's why I warn against things like that, because people like all these things could say, oh, we're going to tokenize this on Ethereum. This CBDC is going to be on Ethereum. Just because it's on Ethereum, it doesn't mean it's going to be decentralized, because you can look at stable coins right now, Tether, USDC. If they don't like you, they don't like what you're doing, if they think you're a bad actor, they could just freeze your assets. So no, if it's expanding to Ethereum, it means absolutely nothing. And again, how sus is this? That the guy that created the CBDC basically laid out the groundwork for China, is all of a sudden under investigation. Do they need to kind of dispose of this man? Is he going to go missing? Just like the Alibaba CEO, he just went missing. No one could find him. Isn't that a little weird? And Alibaba teams with Avalanche doing all these weird things. Alibaba. Sus. Anyway, let's continue on. We're going to talk about the United States, man. We're going to talk about the U.S. of freaking A. And we have a lot of problems in the U.S. of A. In this United States that we say we are united, and we are quite divided, especially when we have a raging war against cryptocurrency. Now, I can't say too many words. I will just visually show you what I'm referring to, because I'm not trying to get shadowed in things. But this is the story that they're trying to put out here. U.S. senators are targeting crypto in little people abuse trades. Now, let me tell you something about this. I cannot believe that this article and these words were written, and the whole attack is over Monero. Why do they come after Monero? Because it's privacy, and they don't want you to have privacy. Am I saying that these illegal activities are not happening on Monero? Absolutely not. I believe they probably are. But to the extent that they're making it seem, absolutely not. And especially where we looked at the UNODC.org yesterday, and the amount of money laundering with US dollars is $800 billion to $2 trillion. So I would like to know how much they're saying is being used with Monero versus the amount that's being used for these same activities with cash. Let me also point out who was recently under attack for being associated with someone who basically led this whole thing. Jamie Dimon, he knew about all these things with these people. And I'm showing you because obviously I can't say the words loud. In 2008, Jamie Dimon knew about this person and what he was doing. Did he do anything about it? No. Did any sort of official in our government do anything about it? Besides maybe fine JP Morgan a few times for a few things? No, they never did anything. So as far as I'm concerned, why don't we look at the bankers? Why don't we look at the government officials? Why don't we look at the central bankers and what kind of illicit financing that they're doing that they just strictly allow? But you're going to come after crypto? You're going to come after Monero? When even Chainalysis, who's kind of skewed to the government side, says themselves that cash is used more for illicit activity than crypto, the Treasury, the United States Treasury, even confirmed that fact, that cash is king for illicit finance, not crypto. And especially when it comes to things like this, that the people who do this illicit financing are the people that run the system. The people that do and know all these things, they're a part of the system. So as you're looking at headlines like that, know who's really in control of all of it and how gross it is that they're coming after crypto that's transparent. Everything is on the blockchain except for Monero that's private, and privacy is a basic human right. They came after Samurai Wallet for being a mixer. There was only supposedly $2 billion that were mixed using Samurai. What about the 800 billion to 2 trillion using US dollars every year? And gosh knows who's using it and where it's going. I was looking at multiple reports this morning from the president, from the 2024, what was it called? The 2024, it was like the terrorist financing presentation. And I was looking at all of this this morning. If you look at just basic Googles, how much money is being illicitly tracked, all these things. I was looking at the IMF. I was looking at every single thing this morning. I even was downloading certain things that were just telling me all about this. Talking about the 2030 agenda, all the things that are going on here. All of the illicit financing is going through US dollars. It's going through the traditional financial system. It's not going through crypto because it's stupid to do that because it's transparent. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And, you know, we know our own government supposedly loses billions of dollars every year. You ask them, where was that money going? Do you know where that money went? Oh, shoot, bro. We have no idea where that went, but trust us. We got you. We know what we're doing. Absolutely not. Why don't you go find the billions of dollars that are missing and instead stop focusing on me that's spending $600 on Venmo? You're going to send me a 1099 for it. This is absolutely ridiculous. Thank you, Tango. He said it literally doesn't make any sense. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely it doesn't. The rules only apply to us and not to them, clearly. And then we have this like ridiculous piece of FUD that's not even relevant anymore that's coming out now. And this is how stupid things are getting, that governments are putting out data from 2022 and before relating to illicit financing. Let's get real, guys. They're using old data because they know the new data is not relevant, or not relevant to them because it doesn't fit their narrative. Crypto money laundering has been down significantly. All these things are down significantly in crypto because more people are joining the networks, more people are watching the wallets, which means it's transparent, and people can't do as much craziness as they were able to do maybe previously. Not with cash. Anyway, this is FUD coming from 2022 that the SEC is suing a Bitcoin miner because they committed $5.6 million worth of fraud. Guys, this is FUD because this story is from 2022, and why didn't we talk about it 2 years ago? Why are we talking about it now? The SEC filed a lawsuit against Geosyn Mining and its co-founders, alleging they defrauded investors of $5.6 million by lying about the number of crypto mining rigs it operated while using customer money for personal expenses. This is in Fort Worth, Texas, and they filed this against Geosyn, the CEO, Joseph Ward, and their former operating chief, Jeremy George McNutt, and they apparently defrauded 64 investors through their service agreements between November of 2021 and December of 2022. They allege that the agreements to buy and run crypto miners on customers' behalf for a fee falsely claimed they had contracts with electricity providers for cheap energy, but the costs were 50% above the rates it told customers. Now, this is horrible if these people did that. And I'm sure they did. But at the end of the day, why is this something that's being brought up all of a sudden in April of 2024 when this was originally happening from November 2021 to December 2022? FUD, FUD, FUD. They want you to be scared of everything related to crypto. It's horrible. And Tango Jordan on TikTok is correct. Once we figure out we have them outnumbered, things will change. People don't understand how powerful the people are. How we could just literally flip the script on these people. And what are they going to do about it? They can't do anything because they are the 1%. We're the 99%. When people realize that we have more power than they think, oh boy. Fear is a weapon, guys. Fear is a weapon. And that's what they use every day. You pass 4 years, everything's been about fear. And especially this, and you guys know how I feel about Consensys. So there's a new case, Consensys versus the SEC. The SEC is about to take another L&1/2 because obviously the judges have to make rulings in order for the regulator to regulate properly. Now, Consensys is kind of being targeted by the SEC. The SEC was supposedly going to send them a Wells notice. And basically, the Wells notice is just kind of a little bit of a warning that we're going to come and pursue legal action against you. Now, Consensys is supposedly fighting back on the fact that Ethereum is not a security. Consensys or MetaMask, which they're trying to target now, is not a broker, because they don't have any custody of anyone's digital assets and just allow people to make internet transactions. That's literally all MetaMask does. Although MetaMask does collect IP addresses, MetaMask does collect some information that I'm not a fan of. I'm also, full disclosure, not a fan of Consensys, the parent company of MetaMask, because I think they're a little bit of
hucksters, fraudsters.
Consensys, again, parent company of MetaMask, they are teamed up with MasterCard, with Visa, for the sake of account abstraction. And basically what that means is that they want you to attach your wallet to these platforms for the sake of automated transactions, for the sake of account recovery. That is an absolute scam. They want you to give your private keys to these companies so that way you have no digital identity and no control over your crypto. Once you give those private keys over, once you give permission to these companies, you have zero power over your money anymore. Don't give up your freedom for convenience. I think this whole thing with Consensys and the SEC is 100% FUD and 100% theater. Just like Coinbase versus the NCC. It's the same thing here. Theater, theater, theater. We know Consensys isn't going anywhere because they're teamed with a lot of powerful people. What's going on with this case? Let's get some backstory. They're attempting to get some power back. They're saying the SEC seeks to regulate ETH as a security, even though ETH bears none of the attributes of a security, and even though the SEC previously told the world that ETH is not a security and not within the statutory jurisdiction. And then we have Coinbase that's battling as well, the Blockchain Association, and Consensys is joining some of the leading companies in the space in a broad industry pushback against regulation by enforcement. There's an argument that the SEC made a fresh start to reevaluate Ethereum after it dropped the proof of work mining to proof of stake, but we obviously know that this is just FUD because they want to deny the Ethereum ETF. They were trying to subpoena the associations of the ETH Foundation. And this is what they're trying to clarify. ETH is not a commodity, that it's the second basically the second most powerful cryptocurrency besides Bitcoin, and that the most popular Ethereum wallet, MetaMask, is not a broker, and to get an injunction to leave developers alone, it preemptively prevent the SEC from suing the company. They got a Wells notice on April 10th that the SEC is basically, that means that they're working on building a case there, and they have voluntary requests for information. Consensys put out their own press release and said the complaint highlights how the SEC is attempting to unlawfully regulate Ether through enforcement actions against Consensys, sheesh, and possibly others, the latest examples of aggressive and unlawful SEC overreach. It allowed to expand the regulatory purview, and the SEC would effectively destroy values for hundreds of millions of Ether holders and bring use of Ethereum blockchain in the US to a halt, crippling tech evolution of the internet. Right here, they're saying the SEC only has jurisdictions over securities, and even back in 2018, Bill Hinman, who was running the SEC at the time, said that ETH was a commodity. The SEC has no legal authority to regulate tech evolution of the internet. ETH can be traded as a commodity like oil, but also essential to the development of applications on Ethereum. Applications that allow people to buy, sell, and transfer Ether on their own are not securities brokers. One of Consensys's products, The MetaMask wallet gives users everything they need to explore Web3, managing their identity, sending and receiving crypto, to connecting DeFi applications built on ETH, declaring a software developer building user-controlled tools as a securities broker would effectively block Web3 developers from continuing to build the next-generation applications themselves. Guys, this is overreach. But I say it over and over again that this is theater. Even in 2019, Consensys founder was saying that they're big friends and fans of the SEC. Again, this is from 2019.
We are big friends and fans of that organization. I think they're really understanding the space well. They are applying this thing called securities law to business in America and other places, as they have done for many decades successfully. They're identifying fraudulent projects. They're identifying obvious transgressions of securities law, but they haven't had a heavy touch, really. They've been gathering information. They've been taking some actions. They've been very clear that they understand there is this new construct, this protocol-based open platform.
So you think they get it?
Yeah, we believe they get it. They've introduced a new construct, decentralization, into their thinking. So in addition to the Howey test, they have this new construct that they're seeing certain things in. So they consider the Bitcoin network and token and issuance mechanisms. They consider the Ethereum network token and issuance mechanisms to be decentralized, and therefore no transactions involving those particular assets are considered to be transactions of securities.
That was back in 2019. Now look at what we got. Just FUD throwing at Consensys, Ethereum, and the SEC. And let me tell you again, this is FUD. It's literally nothing to worry about. They can't take crypto away from you. And if someone wanted to create a new MetaMask and face it overseas, they easily could, because they could use the standard anywhere. Any EVM chain could be added. I know Ethereum, not Ethereum, I know MetaMask competitors that are so much better. And I'm hoping that they keep working on that, because man, I would ditch MetaMask in a hot second. I don't trust them. But I do know that they're working with a bunch of people. I know they're working with all the banks. I know they're working with Visa and MasterCard. So like I said, Consensys is not going anywhere. Ethereum is not going anywhere. Ethereum's not going to be a security. They said that many times before. Even Gary Gensler, go back in time, 2018, 2019, he said on multiple occasions, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash are commodities and not securities. This is all political propaganda theater, and just wait for it to pan out. I'm telling you again, do not worry about it. Yeah. This happens every cycle too. Like, it's just the wildest thing. It happens every cycle that they do the same exact thing over and over and over again. Oh, Bitcoin's going up, let's FUD crypto. Oh, everything's gonna die. Like, how many times has Bitcoin died? It's absolutely hilarious. Bro, it's like so sad. It's actually sad. No, God. All right. Let's continue on. Hello, Papa Tom in the crown. Papa Crown in the chat. I'm just like so mad. Like, I'm just thinking, like, my mind runs when I talk about things like this, because like the things that we've just read this morning, like this, like, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating.
You're welcome.
Hot.
Yeah, man. Freaking yeah. It's just super disappointing. I thought we lived in like a country of freedom and stuff, and they want to try to take away self-custody. Like, I just think that this is hilarious. And how many times has China said Bitcoin's dead, or we're banning Bitcoin? Like, this is such a joke. It's so cliche. And it's just like each cycle, like there's just new things that they try to come up with. They use old arguments like Bitcoin and crypto's for criminals and Bitcoin energy this, Bitcoin energy that. Like, it's the same thing every year. Like, let's get past it. You guys are old. Come up with something new. And why don't you go regulate your own space before you come after ours? And then we're going to go over to the EU now. Thank you, Meninja, for the little black cat emoji. Appreciate that. We have the EU Parliament that's adopting AML rules package that's also trying to police crypto. And again, they cannot police crypto. They could try to, but they cannot. And you take a look here. The EU voted to adopt a new package of laws tightening money laundering and terrorist financing measures across the EU. In addition to creating a single rulebook for the 27 nations that make up the EU, it was approved on Thursday. It sets up AML authority based in Frankfurt to oversee the implementation of relevant frameworks, particularly those the bloc deems as risky entities. The new laws include enhanced due diligence measures and checks on customers' identity, after which so obliged entities, such as banks, asset and crypto asset managers, or real and virtual estate agents, have to report suspicious activity to the FIU and other competent authorities. Crypto policy watchers raise concerns that the requirements imposed may be unfairly strict compared to other financial sectors because, of course, they're going to target crypto. And they want to make sure that they see everything that goes on with crypto, which obviously you could. It's the blockchain. And they just essentially want to choke everyone off. They don't want any exchanges. They don't want any crypto accessibility. And especially the EU, they don't like smart contracts. They don't like self-custody. If you guys look back, the EU wanted to enact a kill switch for smart contracts. So if you don't make the smart contracts under their rules and they don't like what's going on your smart contract, they want you to actually just shut it off. Literally kaput. And is that really DeFi? Is that actually going to happen? Is it a delusion? Yes.
Oh, yeah!
Just like this, the UK now, their law enforcement agencies are saying they can now seize more crypto, and even easier now because of the new rules that are taking effect. New powers that will help law enforcement agencies seize crypto used for crime came into effect on Friday. As a result of the new rules, police in the country will no longer be required to make an arrest before seizing crypto holdings. The new rules came after the UK Parliament passed a crime bill last year, which laid the foundations for crypto to be seized more quickly. Quote, this will make it easier to take assets which are known to have been criminally obtained, even if sophisticated criminals are able to protect their anonymity or are based overseas. So not only is the SEC trying to regulate the world, the UK is trying to do that too. Now, they're saying that they supposedly seized $150 million in cash and crypto. How much of that $150 million was cash versus crypto? They're not going to tell you that. And then you go and say, okay, they want to seize your crypto. If they know where I live and I lived in the UK, they could say I'm a bad actor and pull up without even needing to arrest me and take my crypto. Guys, you know how dumb that sounds and how much of an infringement of your rights that is? Where's my property? Where are my rights to own things? Clearly, they don't want you to own anything, and everything is theirs. Your house is theirs. Your body is theirs. Everything is theirs. And these people are sick, absolutely sick for doing that, especially because you look at the fact that they're going to try to come in your house and take your crypto. Good freaking luck, buddy. Good luck, because how are you going to find my private keys? How are you going to find where my stuff is? Like, you're absolutely delusional. These people cannot pull up and take your crypto. If you're like kind of whatever enough, I'm not going to say any vulgar words, but if you're whatever enough to go and leave your private keys in a freaking picture frame on the wall, then bro, that's on you. But at the end of the day, please know where and how to store your cryptocurrency so that these tyrannical governments can't just pull up on you and take it. Because otherwise, it's impossible. And again, another delusion by these people to scare others away from crypto. Oh, they're able to take it away from you? No, they cannot. It's impossible unless you give them your private keys. This is the UK. Again, it's not the US. But these people, they think everything is theirs. They'll take you, you'll disappear, and it'll be gone. So this is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So the UK, they're trying to take your crypto. Know that they can't. Know that it's FUD. And know that you have to properly store your crypto. It's just such a shame, man. It's such a shame. And the fact that, again, you don't even need to have your private keys written down. It could be in your freaking brain. Guys, self-custody is everything. Knowing how to self-custody is everything, because this is what's going to happen. These are the stupid things they're going to put out. Don't get scared. They can't take your crypto away from you. Be careful. Especially if you're in the UK and you're a fan of free speech, then make sure that you have your protections there for yourself. Earl of Funk Puppy, he said he had his dog memorize his keys. That's good. I love my noodle emojis in the chat. Please spam all the noodle emojis possible. I love membershippery. Please be a member and spam your emojis. Thank you, friends. Like, think about it. If they're trying to wage a war in all these countries against self-custody, guys, that means that the paper, or yeah, literally the paper money that's in your little leather wallets, that's in your nice little pocky poo, guys, they don't want you to have that. How much longer until they tell you can't have cash in your wallet because it's unhosted? That you have control over your money and they can't see what you're moving it, where you're moving it, how you're spending it. That's what they want. They want control over everything. They want to know everything you're doing. But we're not allowed to know what they're doing. Where's the government putting our money? Where are our taxes going? How are our politicians being paid? What kind of stock trades are they having? What kind of assets are they buying? There's no transparency there because we're not allowed to have transparency for those people, but we need to have transparency because we're such bad people. Absolutely not. Be your own bank. Be able to have your Bitcoin, take it off the exchange, put it in your wallet, and be in control. 24/7, 365, peer-to-peer transactions, and that's it. These people want to take everything from you. We're not having it. We're bringing the power back to the people with crypto, and that's it. Oh boy. Oh freaking boy. We're going to move on now because I guess we could talk about things that are somewhat more positive. We have Franklin Templeton that's upgrading $380 million of tokenized treasury fund to enable peer-to-peer transfers. Now, I'm so sus of tokenization, especially with these rich people, the hedge funds, the banks, because essentially the overall goal of tokenization in these people's eyes is to have enterprise blockchains, which basically means that they're going to have private blockchains, not like Bitcoin where it's transparent, everything is out there. The only people that are going to be able to see any sort of information are the banks, and you will have your identity connected to that. And if they don't like you, they don't like what you're doing, same as Tether can freeze your assets, same thing with these people, except you won't be able to own anything. You will have your digital identity shut down. Everything connected to it will be gone. Asset manager Franklin Templeton said it had enabled peer-to-peer token transfers for its $380 million tokenized money market fund, a key step to making the offering more interconnected to the broader digital asset economy, similar to their rivals like BlackRock. The move allows investors of the Franklin On-Chain U.S. Government Money Fund, FOBXX, to transfer the fund's Benji token between each other without an intermediary. This is available on XLM and MATIC blockchains, and it represents shares in the fund that holds government securities, cash, and repurchase agreements and pays out a steady yield to the token holders. Allowing fund shares to be transferred peer-to-peer puts Franklin Templeton on the cutting edge of the financial sector where tokenized real-world assets are an industry staple and more open, transparent, and accessible. Oh boy. Guys, just because it's on Stellar, because it's on MATIC, it does not mean it's actually decentralized. And it doesn't mean you have any control over it. Guys, how does this get transferred? What wallet do you have to sign up for? What information do you have to give to take part in this tokenized fund? Answer those questions, Franklin Templeton. And how come if you hold this, you get a steady yield? Doesn't this sound like staking? But retail, like you and I, we aren't allowed to stake or get any yield for anything. If you go to your bank, you're not earning yield or any interest on your money. If you wanted to go stake your crypto, oh, you're not allowed to. But they could. You could get yield on your freaking Benji freaking token on Stellar and MATIC, which didn't Gary Gensler say MATIC was a security? Like, what the actual? Like, tell me, what is going on right now? What's a security? What's not? And what rules actually apply? And who do they apply to? Because we know that there's TradFi people that are going to enable institutional staking. But only the rich people can make money off of their money? But everyday people like you and I, we can't go stake our Bitcoin, ETH, whatever we want on the exchanges? Because why? The SEC said no? Why is that? Why do we keep allowing these people to get the rich richer and deplete the middle class? They know that crypto is a safe haven for people, that it evens the playing field, that we were all making money for a little while when people were allowed to stake their assets. Did I like Celsius? No. Did I like a lot of the places where people were staking their assets? No, because the business structure wasn't right. But where there were good business structures like Coinbase and Kraken and Binance for all of these things, the SEC came after them. Still, for no reason. Because now, to this day, what is a digital asset? What's a security? What's an unregistered broker if they can't even register to be a broker? Huh, but the rich get to earn a yield because they're using the Benji token for Franklin frickin' Templeton. Who cares about Franklin Templeton and what they're... Oh, I'm so pissed. I almost broke my computer. What is going on? Tell me. I want Gary Gensler, Janet Yellen, Liz Warren, the CFTC, everyone from the SEC, the IRS, sit me down right now. Go on TV right now and explain this to me. Explain this to the people. Why the rich are allowed to make money, institutions are allowed to take part in crypto and stake, but we're not. I would like answers. And people are making, oh, this is so awesome. They're upgrading the $380 million tokenized treasury fund for peer-to-peer transfers. Is it really peer-to-peer? Who's able to even access this? They don't tell you. And that's the whole thing with all these articles. Do your research. Read in between the lines because nothing is said right in front of your face anymore. You have to look deeper into every single thing that they tell you. Regulation by enforcement, it needs to end now. Restructure not just the SEC, but most of our government, because everything is completely corrupt and gone. And not true to the American dream, especially because a lot of these people, oh, vote for me because I'm here to help you. No one's here to help you. Very rare is there someone that's actually good to help you. That's why you have to make it for yourself. Focus on yourself. Be your own bank. Grab your Bitcoin while you can. Take it off of the exchange. Put it in your wallet. Because when these banks go kaplu once again, because everyone has very short memories, last year there were at least 5 bank failures in the United States. There were everyday people waiting outside the bank trying to get their money so they could feed their families that weekend. There are your banking apps that are not working anymore. If your bank app does not work, if the banks close their doors, we saw that during the lockdowns. You went to the bank, they were not there. The cash ATMs were very short and people weren't able to get their money. Some ATMs had a limit of $500. That is not okay. That is not freedom of money. It's not freedom of speech. And you have honestly nothing you own anymore. The only thing you truly own is Bitcoin. Because even if you have a mortgage, you're doing things with the banks. The banks own your house. The only way you actually own your house is, I believe, if you own the land and you build a house on top of the land. Otherwise, then anything and everything could get seized from you. No one is going to make it for you but you. I am so infuriated by what's going on and that people are actually listening to this garbage. The real criminals are not in crypto because it's stupid to use crypto for criminal activity because it's transparent. The reason why they're coming after Monero is because it's private and they don't want you to have privacy. Yes, I'll take a sip of coffee now. I'll take a sip of freaking coffee. It's just embarrassing that this is what the country is now. I need to turn up my fan right now. I'm freaking heated. Like, how ridiculous.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Freaking Joe, you're the best,
Enjoy
bro.
your weekend. Smile hugs. 0.05005640 LTC.
Joe knows I need a freaking hug, so he sent me Litecoin because that's a virtual hug, and he's just freaking amazing. Thank you, Joe. Sean, yes, I will drink water too. I will drink water too. So guys, there you go. That was the freaking wild FUD that we had for today, and how you have to please read in between the lines. And I'm happy that we were able to do this show and we're able to talk about this information because not one other person, not one other channel or news station will talk about this information. Not one. Don't sleep on Litecoin. No one's talking about it. Yak, I 100% agree. Come to the Litecoin Summit. I'll be speaking there during the summit, July 24th to the 25th in Nashville, Tennessee. Go over to my YouTube channel and click the link in my description and come to the conference. It'll be really fun. Especially because Litecoin promotes privacy too with Litecoin MWeb, Mimblewimble extension blocks. We love that. Now, I'm going to cool off for a little bit. I'm done freaking yelling for today because my face is a little too red. I'm a little bit too heated. We're going to talk about Stripe right now because Stripe is also pretty interesting, especially because they're connected through X, and X is using Stripe to pay out creators for subscriptions, you know, the ad rev and all that stuff. Now, Stripe is bringing back crypto payments. So it makes you think, would down the line, Stripe enable crypto tipping to be sent to creators through their service? Stripe is bringing back crypto payments via the USDC stablecoin, and for some reason they're using Solana because why else wouldn't they? It's a VC coin that has liquidity just because it's a VC coin. And during this transaction, I thought it was funny because he's using this whole Solana thing as, oh, yay, it's so cool. It's a demo. How fast Solana is. Except he did this on a day where Solana was operating and not the other 12 times where it wasn't operating.
So this is a little preview. Patrick's not the only one who can leak things. This is the Stripe checkout you know and love, and you know it's got all the cool functionality. Like, again, a big one for us is localization, where it looks different. You know, you see here, depending on where the customer is coming from, it'll give them that really nice, high-converting, localized experience. But, you know, what's this new functionality over here on the right? We can pay with crypto. So We'll tap pay here. We'll go to a confirmation screen. And so, did I actually? Ah, we're on Hypernian, the ghost of Christmas past. This is our confirmation page. We passed in the email address for the checkout. Here we're selecting what chain we want to pay with. We're going to pay with Solana. Here we're selecting, what wallet we want to use. We could use Coinbase Wallet or MetaMask. I'm going to use Phantom for the purposes of this demo. So when I pay here, it's going to bring up some UI from Phantom, which is the crypto wallet that we're using. So this is the Phantom UI here. This is not Stripe UI. And you see here we're confirming. We're going to pay with Solana. The network fee, very cheap, as we discussed, a network fee is coming down, $99. Now, again, you're probably used to a crypto transaction. You're expecting, me to bring out another guest here, and, we'll do a 8-minute conversation while we wait for the transaction to clear. But that is old crypto. Are you ready for the new crypto world? You have to look very closely and not blink. You ready?
Don't blink, guys. Get ready.
Oh, bad tap. That's it. We're done. And that confirmation page was not like this has been entered in a queue, we're going to now go do something. It has now been posted to the blockchain already. And so if I go into my Phantom wallet here and go into the Explorer, you see here, sent at 9:58 today, we can view on the Solana Explorer. This is, I think the Explorer just loading is on the blockchain. Here we go. This is, so you can go to this URL yourself if you are eagle-eyed and see this is a real posted transaction to the Solana chain. Similarly, we can view it in the Stripe dashboard. So if we click in here to our 9:58 a.m. payment, you see here, we've made a payment with crypto. And again, Stripe handles everything for you. You just got $98 into your bank account. But that is crypto coming back to Stripe.
Oh, boy. Boy. Guys, I know you blinked. I know you freaking blinked. And I'm sorry you missed how freaking crazy that was. And that was when Solana was working. So imagine when it doesn't work, he tried to do that transaction. It would have been so funny if the network was down. I would have laughed. Yeah, thank you for the heart. I thank you for that. So pretty, thank you. But yeah, that they're using Solana and ETH now. Cool. I mean, listen, it is what it is. But it's bullish for Stripe. But at the end of the day, where is Bitcoin? Where's Litecoin? Where is Doge? Like literally things that are used just the same amount or even more than Solana. Where is that? Oh, wait, there's not tens of millions of VCs dollars backing these coins. Funny. Because if they really cared about the tech, bro, they would have used something else in addition to Solana maybe. And back in 2018, they officially acknowledged Bitcoin Stripe back in 2014. And then in 2018, they discontinued all of their crypto efforts because they're saying that Bitcoin was too volatile. Oh, it takes too long for a transaction, which I kind of agree with, but Bitcoin's not volatile, one. And two, if you look, listen, man, the transactions aren't the best on Bitcoin, but that's why you have Litecoin, you have Ethereum, you have all these other things, and even DigiBuy, which no one's acknowledging at this point, but will be in the future. But yeah, so that's Stripe announcement for y'all. And will this come to X? Will they have some crypto payments on X via Stripe? We will see. Put that in the chat. Do you think that there will be crypto payments and crypto tips and things on X using Stripe? Put a 1 or a yes emoji, or put a 2 and a no emoji. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. All right, let's also, as you guys are smashing the freaking likes, because I know we're smashing likes. How many likes do we have? I need a like check. Oh boy, 109 likes and over 130 viewers. Pamp it up. You got to pump it up. And also, we're trying to get our subscriber count to moon, guys. Let's get 3 more subscribers to hit that 16,430. 3 more subscribers. Now, this is what my little miners found really interesting along with myself, that the Epic Sat mined from the fourth Bitcoin halving block. So the first sat of block 840,000 sold for $2.1 million. And currently one Satoshi is worth 0.00065 cents. And even last bull market, we were coming pretty close to one sat equaling 1 penny. And I was like so excited for it. An epic sat, an exceptionally rare Satoshi mined from the fourth Bitcoin halving block, sold for 33.3 Bitcoin, worth around $2.13 million. This is via CoinX Global on April 25th. It took 5 days after one of the partners, Bitcoin mining pool via BTC, mined it on block 840,000 on April 20th. And the auction, which commenced on April 22nd, saw 34 bids. And the unidentified bidder won ownership rights to the Epic SAT with SAT number and all these numbers. But again, the closest competitor was 20 Bitcoin in their bid. So that's absolutely freaking wild. 33 Bitcoin for one Satoshi. That's just nuts. But I understand the significance of it all. I really do. And I understand what it means to have that digital piece of property that no one else can really replicate. In itself, like the Satoshi is like an NFT. And it just goes to show that like some Satoshis could be non-fungible. And others are maybe more fungible. It just kind of like throws like this whole like loop a little bit for you. One more subscriber, pamp it. Let's get into the market recap as we have a mix of zest here. H-bar is down today after pumping and dumping. We have Floki that's down. SHIB is up though. And Litecoin is making her way downtown, walking fast. Faces past. She's freaking homebound. Doodly doodly freaking do. Doodly freaking do. All right, let's go and talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is $64,366 right now, down 0.19%. Taking a gander here, we do have the momentum that started to come up and it's coming back down after a red dot was printed. We're hoping it was an anchor wave and trigger wave situation, although the curvature on this money flow is not the best, and the VWAP is below the zero line, running flat. The RSI is chopping it up below neutral. We have no idea what to expect next. We keep bouncing off this 63.6, 63.7. Ideally, let's keep closing above that and bullishly test 67.6, which again was the highest daily candle close of November 2021. And that's ideally what we're looking for going into the weekend. Then we have Ethereum, $3,147, down 0.25%. Again, maybe an anchor wave, trigger wave type situation. Green dot brought the momentum up, but was short with that red dot coming through. And we also have the VWAP that has curvature on it and going below that zero line. And maybe the same is going to happen with the money flow. Imagine we have some red money flow on ETH. That would be pretty interesting. And we have the RSI that's chopping it up. I am hoping to either break through this neutrality with confidence, or let's dump it all and go over to oversold, because we haven't been oversold since August. Like, that is a stupid long time. So I think we might be due for something like that. Either way, though, let's keep defending $2,900 at least. Bullishly, I really want to test 32.30. And see what happens there. And if you guys have any chart requests or questions for me of any sort, please ask any question you feel. I got you guys. Got you, Bionic. Let's look at Litecoin, the freaking right coin. Everybody loves Litecoin. And I talk about this a lot. Because we do have Litecoin and Bitcoin that kind of have this inverse relationship where Bitcoin is in the red, Litecoin starts to go in the green, and maybe Bitcoin starts to follow it a little bit later. Thank you, Chief, for subscribing to the channel. Now, we do have, of course, the Litecoin Summit, July 24th to the 25th in the beautiful Nashville, Tennessee, and I cannot wait. It's $84 per ticket. Litecoin is $87, so just one Litecoin and a little bit extra. You'll have a few dollars extra for your ticket. So make sure you guys get after it. Very nice defense at this $75. Absolutely loved it. We're trying to break through this 85. Neutrally, let's stay above it. Bullishly, I really want to test this $91. But Litecoin being 5% in the green today, while everything else is pretty much in the red, screams zest. Sorry. We're hoping for that momentum to break through that zero line or for maybe a little trigger wave. The VWAP, not nice curvature, but bounced back with love and passion. And then we even have the money flow that's kind of flat, but hopefully that picks up as the VWAP and everything picks up as well. And we're breaking through confidently through that neutral line on the RSI going bullish. So pamp it up Litecoin. Litecoin, the freaking right coin. Everybody loves Litecoin. Give me a Litecoin emoji in the chat, pretty please. Let's continue on. Let's continue on. Let's go to Doge. Doge is struggling with that 15 cents. 0.142, so just over 14 cents is what we're watching here. We had the momentum pulling up, but a red dot is pulling it down quite sharply. Flat money flow, basically flat VWAP. RSI is kind of like chopping and looking bearish. I say it again. Dump it all. Let's go to oversold. I'm waiting for that. But yeah, bearishly, 0.142 cents. Bullishly, I'm looking for 17.5. But obviously, we see there's mad selling pressure just over 16.25 cents. Litecoin, the right coin. Oh my gosh, we surpassed our goal. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, so I see No's request. Hold on. He likes when I do stocks, man. He's trying to stockery. All right, let's see. I'm creating chartery for Intel. Give me a second. All right. No, I do so much zest in stocks for you, man. Just because you're so zesty and you're just freaking awesome. No, you make me laugh all the time, and I appreciate that. There's not many people that can make me giggle wiggle. Not many. Let's see. I'm looking back at like historical figures here. All right, so I'm just outlining 3 or 4 levels to watch here. And I would say, yeah, okay, this is what I got. This is what I got for no G. All right, no, Intel, INTC stockery on the NASDAQs. Freaking nuts. Hold on, I forgot to do a bearish level. Obviously, that's going to be right here. And I was focused on the bullish. All right, now I got it. All right, so this is what you got to watch. Because obviously, we're beefing with levels that we literally have not seen since, like, freaking way before I was born. Oh, my sheesh, bro. This is nuts. No, what is going on here? We're almost at freaking Genesis. Whoa, this stock goes back to how much? 1972? This is so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. And the stock was pretty much dead until, what was this? 1997. So right now we're dealing with levels from 1997 where perfectly bounced off of those 1997 levels at 24.98. Zooming into the current situation, obviously there's a lot of Christmas tree action here with the dots, red and green dots. Sharply moving down with that red dot on the momentum. Money flow is completely flushed. VWAP as well. And just look at how oversold that is. Like, that's deep. Let's go back to 1997. Was it that freaking messed up back then? 97 around here. October 1997. Let's check that out. Yup. That's still the levels we're dealing with at $25. Oh, sheesh. That is absolutely horrible. But listen, once you got above in 1997, freaking 1997, bro. This is before I was born. $25, bouncing off of that. Once you found some support, it brought you some pretty zesty price action all the way up to $75. But throughout the years, obviously, it's been a little bit chopperoo. going back to current day, bouncing off that $25, failing to really hold support above that 200-day SMA at 40, dropping through the $39 support and $33, and just absolute blah. So I would look at, obviously, the bearish level of $25. If it happens, we'll worry about it then. And then if the money flow doesn't come back up, if things don't start to turn around, I would look for that 25, and then bullishly try to get that $33 back. It's down 11% today. And the 200-day SMA needs to be challenged. Because, you know, once it went above it here, you had some nice price action, tested it, bounced off that, and yeah, just oof. 97 was a good year. I wouldn't know, Ninja, with things. And I think that, obviously, 1997 gave some hope to the market, especially freaking Intel. It was freaking dead before that. Like, that's freaking nuts. Let's see. Everyone's like, 1997 was fire. I wish I was around then. Let's see. Have I heard of Aventus AI? I think I have, but I'm not sure. Are there any other chart requests here? I only talk about Litecoin. I talk about everything. You graduated high school in 1997, freaking go off. And you joined the Marines in 97. Well, thank you for your service, Bionic. Let me see. I don't think I have. Oh, hi, Mike Shawshig. I see you out here. Everyone's saying the mid-90s were amazing. Sheesh, man. I think I need to go back to the 90s. People are freaking nuts. You guys are so fun in the chat. You guys are too good. Let's see. Actually, not dead is relative before the PC. That's so funny. Oh, all right. Let's see. Let's look at some chartery here. Look, guys, Cardenzo struggling with the 200-day SM freaking A. Look out for that. XRP, man, struggling too. XLM, but they have, oh my gosh, XLM is going to be part of this tokenized treasury. Yeah, still nothing for price.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Wishing you the best of times in Nashville. 0.200000000 LTC.
Freaking M2. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, like, M2, I would like to see you in Nashville. You should come. But I appreciate you. Like, I wish you were coming. Like, are you gonna? Are you gonna? Let's see. Pimp it. Freaking pimp it. What is going on here? Okay. So I got DOT. I saw a DOT request in the chat. Let's see. Okay. $6.83, 0.44% in the red. Red dot printed on the momentum. VWAP wrecked. Money flow trying to bounce back, but still hanging around that zero line. And then you have the RSI that's just kind of like, ugh.
Damn!
I don't know. And then we're rejecting the 200-day SMA, almost struggling to hold support. So the levels I'd look for is $6.72, staying above that, bullishly testing that 200-day SMA, and just going past that selling pressure that we kind of see at the $7.56. That's exactly the two levels I'm watching right now. When is Nashville? July 24th to the 25th. And the link is in the description of my YouTube video that's live right now, and all my other Daily Zests. Let's see. Jay freaking Beezy. So funny. RH, thoughts on Litecoin? I did Litecoin a little bit ago. I am going to the Litecoin Summit, so make sure you guys are coming. Make sure you guys are there. Be there, be square. And then we have Litecoin that's just freaking killing the game, man. Like, beat this the whole buying pressure. Beautiful. Maintain $75. And now we're passing through 85 and bullishly $91 is what I'm looking at. And then past that is 96, 97. 102, 103, and 113. And then that wick high of 115, that I think is going to be a little bit of a kicker down the road. I'm still watching that. But yeah, Litecoin is the best tech in crypto, hands down. Longest running blockchain with no downtime. It is faster, cheaper, more efficient than Bitcoin. And yeah, it's what I would use for payments right now. Besides Digibyte, I would use Litecoin for payments. So I 100% love Litecoin. Best tech in crypto, hands down, for sure. What do I think about Stellar? Stellar is a little bit shady to me because, again, like they're a part of like this tokenized fund with Franklin Templeton. And then they're also, I think, Stellar. Let me double check before I say anything. Stellar. Okay, yes, I am correct. So now Stellar is, since 2021, let me inform you, 2021, December 14th, this article came out, 2021, Ukraine commercial bank to test digital currency built on Stellar. So I am not a fan of XLM because they're all about CBDCs, and with Ukraine as well, which is like a total freaking sheesh show right now. So yeah, I'm not a fan of XRP. I'm not a fan of XLM. I don't tell anyone to not buy or not do anything. Like, I don't care what you guys do with your money. I say that all the time. Do what you want, buy what you want, sell what you want. Everything is on you. I'm just not a fan of their moral compass. If you check out the apes, I'll go to Nashville. Listen, bro, you'll bring your unemployed dog too. That's so funny. Hi, my what's in Nashville? Oh, this is Travel Man. Travel Man, you don't know I'm going to Litecoin Summit July 24th to the 25th in Nashville, Tennessee? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Travel Man, don't even mess around because I know you're going to my video on YouTube, all of you, and you're going to the description and you're clicking the link to get a Litecoin Summit ticket. Sheesh show by the seashore. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see you, Smokey, bro. I see you. But listen, I'm not a fan of the moral compass. Again, I would never tell anyone what to do with their money. Ever, ever. But yeah, like that's just my honest opinion on the whole thing. I like decentralization. I like to be bullish on freedom. And yeah, I know nothing. Nice to see you. JBZ, nice to see you. Everyone, it's great to see everyone in this freaking chat. You guys are so beautiful. And I'm just so bullish on you. Bionic said he'd buy Emma lunch at the summit. That's freaking amazing, bro. Oh my gosh. See, this is the thing. This is why we need to have an ETFF, the Emma Tasty Food Fund. It has to launch. We're gonna have a literal donation wallet just for Emma's food during Nashville. Smokey, you're the best. Hearts to you too. But yeah, Emma goes, that's bullish. Bionic, you're making Emma bullish. Pop Monkey, thank you for the rose. Thoughts on Near, says Mike. All right, let's see if I have some chartery on that right now. It's not over here. Near. Oh boy, oh boy. There we go. So kind of the same levels are applying to Near right now that we're kind of looking at for a while now. Let's see. Yeah, okay, this is it. So $7.05, down 1%. Green Dot really pushed that momentum up. She's shooting right now. Kind of flat VWAP. I'm hoping that if Bitcoin ends up going up, the market picks up, that picks up as well. Money flow is eight. And we're bullish with this RSI, but we're aiming bearish right now, and it's a little bit choppy, so hopefully it holds. And if it does, I would look to keep holding above $6.23, which we're good at $7.06 right now. Kind of get past the selling pressure that's at like $7.20, 15 cents, and go test $8.44. That's the bullish level I'm looking at. You just wanted to say hi and you're at work, Pop Monkey? You're freaking beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Donate some chicken wings. LTCN. This is the Litecoin Trust, right? From Grayscale? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's see. I have some chartery from back in the day on this. Let me update my Zest. So the Litecoin Grayscale Trust, so technically, guys, this is the only Litecoin trust that's available right now. And Grayscale, if they have a Litecoin ETF, which a Litecoin ETF is likely, because it has the same regulatory clarity as Bitcoin, it doesn't have the same kind of stipulations that Ethereum does, proof of work or proof of stake, like, no. That's not even a debate with Litecoin. Litecoin is so beautiful, everyone knows it. She's the prettiest girl in the room and just underrated AF. And yeah, so I think if anyone's going to launch the first Litecoin ETF, it's going to be Grayscale. If you look at Litecoin Trust from Grayscale, the ticker's LTCN for all the trad bros, $36.66, 3.24% in the green. If you guys have been looking at Grayscale's buys and sells, how do I access that? Let me see, because I know I saw it before. Grayscale buy and sells Litecoin. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Because I know you could find it somewhere. I have to find it. But if you, if anyone has a link, please send it to me. But if you look at what Grayscale has been doing, they've been selling Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they've been buying Litecoin. And so that might be they're stacking up that Litecoin. Momentum, red dot pulling it down, flat VWAP. Money flow is doing freaking fantastic. And bullish RSI, so that's awesome. So I would just keep looking and see, like, to hold established at $30. Bullishly, $41.27. Obviously, we saw the loss of support, some selling pressure there, $41.15. And then bullishly looking at $55.28, especially because we had a wick high around that. And looking back, we kind of found a little bit of support here, but when we lost it, it was a little bit detrimental. But again, blowing past that level brought you some freaking spice back in March of 2021. And then also these wicks, very important. So yeah, those are my levels I'm watching for LTCN. So Loft 8, hope that was helpful. But yeah, like, this is just so awesome. Like, I freaking love this show. I freaking love all these things that we get to do, the charteries, and, like, just talk our smack online. Freaking Patrick, what are you talking about? I hope you like hairy legs, like, freaking, no.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Oh my gosh, you guys are freaking nuts. You make me laugh way too much. And yeah, like, guys, we're, like, doing really big things over here in the Hipper home. Like, things are going bananas over here, bananas. And it's all because y'all are supporting me, so thank you. And I hope you guys are just enjoying your life right now. And I know that, you know, a lot of people are going through some hard things. You know, I know. And I've been through a lot, been going through some stuff, but, like, that's, like, why we grind. That's why we put our head down and we freaking work our butts off every day. So that way in the future, we reap the rewards of zest, love, and kindness and positivity that we spread through the world by doing what we love, by life, liberty, and property, and just being there for people. And I think that we're starting to see our reward. I think we're really starting to see our progress really go somewhere, especially when we have Bitcoin that's still above 60K. We have Bitcoin doing stellar right now, especially because we have outflows. We have from the ETFs, we have things going on, all the pressure, all the FUD. But at the end of the day, people are holding their Bitcoin. There's only around 2 million Bitcoin tied to centralized exchanges right now. That's not a lot. Even buying OTC, there's not a lot left. So when is the supply shock going to kick in? When is the retail going to FOMO in? And everyone's going to be racing for Bitcoin. So I'm just excited, and I hope you guys have your Bitcoin, you get it on the exchange, You take it off the exchange and you put it in your wallet. And you're also using Market Cipher. I see you in there. Market Cipher for your trading needs. Because I love Market Cipher, and I don't think I would be able to understand the charts as well as I do at the moment, which again, I'm still learning, everyone is. But I wouldn't be able to understand it as much as I do if it wasn't for Market Cipher. So I appreciate you guys and always supporting me in the channel. And I want to make sure I talk to you guys soon, catch up with you. I know I was talking to you guys recently, but I like to talk to my Market Cipher bros. They mean so much to me. And so do my other partners like Cake Wallet, Crypto Savings Expert. I'm always in contact with my partners because they're just beautiful people. Oh, you guys are just so great. I'm looking at this chat. Guys, can I have some hearts in the chat? Can we have some love in the chat? I need love. Let's give a 100 emoji or the SpongeBob emoji. Glenn said you just came back from 3 weeks vacation in Canada, but you're back to another few months to stack your crypto at work. Oh, you're beautiful, Glenn. Shout out to you. You guys are absolutely great. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting Bitcoin. Thank you for just being great freaking people. Keep your eyes out on the chartery. Watch out for the markets. Watch out for your crypto. Be your own bank. Fundamentals over pumpamentals. Remember that. And if you haven't yet, Piano Matty B will tell you.
Bing bang. Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
Have an amazing day, an amazing weekend. Happy Friday.
A potato flew around my room before you came, excuse.
Have an amazing day. Happy Friday. And as always, what am I going to say in the chat? Drop it right there. Drop it right there. To stay zesty. Peace.